There's only one thing that makes MrBeast so different from every other YouTube creator, and that's the fact that he's not actually a creator anymore. Let me explain, because this is the exact reason why so many billionaires believe that MrBeast is up next to join the 3 Commas Club.
Beast was one of the most impressive people I've met in a really long time.
Agree.
He's going to be a multi-billionaire.
Chamath is one of Silicon Valley's most well-known billionaires who was a senior executive at Facebook. But he isn't just a random coder who got lucky by working at Facebook during their early days. Rather, Chamath grew his fortune to over $4 billion by identifying great tech startups and investing in them early. So what exactly does Chamath see in MrBeast to make such a bold claim? Well, to answer this, I compared Jimmy's business model to other YouTube channels and then to other big tech companies. And what I found was really shocking. So I boiled down my findings into 3 key takeaways that explain why MrBeast is more like a Silicon Valley tech founder than your regular YouTuber. And listen closely, because you can even apply these tips to your own life regardless of whether you have a YouTube channel or not. We all know what really makes a MrBeast video stand out on YouTube. It's the fact that he's doing things that no other creator even comes close to doing. And surprisingly enough, I'm not even talking about the crazy giveaways or the impressive stunts. Rather, he does something that I find even more impressive, that all great tech companies and businesses in general do. Regardless of whether you're aware of it or not, every single tech giant collects, inspects, and interprets data to give them a competitive edge over everyone else. How do you think Amazon got the monopoly over e-commerce by offering fast free shipping? Well, it's thanks to data collection. Amazon tracks everything. They know your purchase and search history, which gives them an insider on what you're likely to buy next. They know your personal information like your home address, which helps them estimate your level of income. All this to recommend you products that you're likely to buy. And that's only scratching the surface. With all this information, the algorithm predicts what you're most likely to order next, then ships these products to the warehouse that's closest to where you live to be able to offer that fast free shipping. Similarly with MrBeast, with over 750 videos in his catalog, Jimmy has tons of data to work with. And more importantly, he knows how to efficiently analyze that data to maximize his views. He knows which color scheme and facial expression gets the most clicks, which titles prompt curiosity, and the best angles for an opening clip. But it doesn't even stop here. In a recent tweet, he revealed that making a tiny change in his facial expression in his thumbnail increased the average view duration of all of his videos. And for all of you data enthusiasts wondering how he came to this conclusion, he did it by split testing his thumbnails. But data analysis is only effective if you have a big enough data pool. If one thumbnail with a purple background goes viral, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should change all of your backgrounds purple. And that's where most YouTubers struggle. But what sets MrBeast apart from every other creator is that he's not actually a creator anymore. Let me explain. In a tech company, there's 2 kinds of roles. You have your individual contributors and your managers. The individual contributors actually write the code, whereas the managers just set the strategy. No one expects Elon Musk to assemble all of those Teslas by hand. After all, Elon is a manager, and that's why he's been able to grow such a big company. As tech companies grow, there's often a point where founders stop being individual contributors and become managers. Jeff Bezos really was writing code in the early days of Amazon, but now he has thousands of software developers to write code for him, so he can focus his full attention on the business strategy. Most creators on YouTube never make the transition from individual contributor to manager. They just can't figure out how to delegate properly, so they'll never really reach the same level of success as MrBeast. What's surprising is that even channels that are focused on business are hesitant to scale as aggressively as MrBeast.
Everything is done by me. Every word you hear from me is scripted by me.
Yep.
Every topic is picked by me.
Yep.
I film everything myself.
Graham Stephan also runs a multi-million-dollar YouTube channel, but he just isn't treating it like a multi-million-dollar company, at least not yet. This desire of complete control over the business is exactly what's holding him back. But MrBeast understands that it's simply impossible for him to do everything himself, so he has to delegate. It's obvious that MrBeast outsources the editing, VFX, and sound design, but what's crazy is that it doesn't even stop here.
So cloning, how do you achieve the...
Oh yeah, that's right. I have a lot of people in the company who are able to think like me and basically make decisions like I would make. James, the guy who's basically my right hand man right now, for 2 years he lived with me, and we probably talked on average over those 2 years 7 hours a day. I mean, anytime I had a phone call, I'd throw it on speaker and I'd let him listen. Anything I was reading, any content I was consuming, like really just training his brain to think like me, so that way he could just do things without my input, without me having to constantly watch over him or give him advice. And now he can just run the company, and I don't ever really have to check in on him. Like most of the decisions he makes are exactly what I would do.
In typical MrBeast fashion, Jimmy really took outsourcing to the next level. But ultimately, the essential idea behind all of this is that the key to scaling a business is becoming a great manager. You'll never be able to do everything yourself, so you have to delegate. But while data analysis and efficient delegation are crucial components of MrBeast's rise to fame, these 2 aspects techs are nowhere near the main reason why he's so successful. Remember Chamath, the billionaire tech guy who's betting on MrBeast's success?
MrBeast is fucking incredible.
Well, he mainly invests in businesses that fundamentally change how things are done by leveraging tech and innovation. And that's exactly what MrBeast is doing on YouTube. MrBeast is the first YouTuber to reinvest every penny he earns into making better and better videos. Why? Because he's treating his YouTube channel like a business, not a high-paying self-employment career. The first time he got a $10,000 sponsorship, he gave it all away in the next video. And he's repeated that formula over and over again by consistently reinvesting every dollar he makes, all while continuing to innovate. This is the exact mindset that all tech founders have. When building a startup, they aggressively reinvest to capture as much of the market as possible. And the whole point behind this is to continuously increase your competitive edge to make it harder for anyone else to challenge you. And that's essentially what Jimmy's doing. He's building a machine to pump out high budget YouTube videos so that no one will be able to compete with him. But the only other YouTuber who has a chance of becoming a billionaire before MrBeast is Alex Hormozi. So make sure to check out this video where I expose Alex Hormozi's $1 billion funnel.